It is good news that today a man suspected of being a significant supplier of small boat equipment has been arrested. Criminal gangs have been getting away with this for far too long. I want to thank the UK National Crime Agency, along with their Dutch and Belgian counterparts, for all their hard work and their crucial role in this investigation. It's exactly what we want to see. And it shows that our approach of working with international partners to smash the people smuggling gangs is bearing fruit. In just over 4 months since the election, we've rapidly set up a new border security command, bringing together key agencies to disrupt people smuggling gangs. And last week, I announced new funding, which will mean up to £150 million over the next 2 years to support the important work that has led to the arrest today. That includes recruiting 100 more specialist investigators and intelligence officers for the UK National Crime Agency and advanced data exploitation improvements for the NCA to boost our collaboration with European partners. We've also doubled the number of UK officers in Europol and signed new agreements with Slovenia, Serbia and Slovakia. I'll continue to work closely with my European counterparts, particularly in Italy, Germany, France, to enhance that collaboration, because clearly it is already having an impact.
Experts say when you take out one person like this or a gang, another pops up to take its place. So in the long term, what practically does smashing the gangs look like? And when can you say that that job will be complete?
Well, I've long said that there is a serious issue in people smuggling and that the only way to deal with it is to take down the gangs, the groups that are running this vile trade. Today, this is a significant arrest. Obviously, I'm very pleased that the National Crime Agency has been centrally involved in this. We've been bearing down on law enforcement here and working with international partners. And this shows that approach is bearing fruit. I don't accept the proposition that none of this is worth doing because somebody else pops up. We are taking down the gangs. It's a step. It's an important step. Of course, there are going to be other steps that are necessary, but this is a significant arrest, and it follows careful work by the National Crime Agency, some of which I went to look at myself not so many weeks ago, intelligence gathering work, collaboration, cooperating across borders, exactly the serious response that we need to a very serious problem.
Isn't the real proof that this approach is working if small boat crossings come down? The number of people making that crossing at the moment is higher than at the same point last year. Can you commit to the public today that the numbers next year will be lower?
We inherited a very bad position here because in the first 6 months of this year we had record numbers. And that, in my view, is because the entire focus until we had the election was on a gimmick, the Rwanda gimmick, and not enough attention was on taking down the gangs that are running this vile trade. Our focus has changed. We've put all of the focus on taking down those gangs, and this is a significant step. Now, it is a step, it's an important step. There are going to have to be other steps, but the significance of today's arrest should not be underestimated.
Prime Minister, this will obviously take some of the boats out of the situation, but unless you can deter people from wanting to make the trip, doesn't this just risk more and more people crammed into the boats that still make the journey?
Well, if the boats and the engines aren't available, it obviously makes it much more difficult for these crossings to be made. And we're dealing with gangs and groups that are making a huge amount of money from this vile trade. And so it is really important that we take these vital steps against them in relation to disrupting their pattern and the way that they do their business. So that's why it's very significant that this arrest has taken place today. This is a significant piece of the jigsaw. I'm not pretending it's the silver bullet. There are other steps that are going to be necessary, but this is a very important step. Thank you very much.